Okay, before I start this review off, I would just like to say one thing real fast. If any of my 457 subscribers manage to go down to Pasadena for Power Morphicon, and if they see me, or Easy Rider, or even Linkara, just feel free to walk up and say hi, guys. I've had this happen to me at BotCon 2011. One of my subscribers saw me at BotCon, he wanted to come up and say hi, and yet he didn't. Don't feel scared, guys. Just walk up to me and say hi for Zordon's sake. And also, here's the other thing. Say hi to the new intro.
What up, tubers? Zeltrax Millennium here, back with a brand new video review. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoy the video.
Hello YouTubers, Zeltrax Millennium here, back with a somewhat new review for you guys. Even though these toys are about 10 years old, it's still new to me because I just got it on Monday. This is a review on the Power Rangers Wild Force Animus Megazord, or just simply Animus, because I don't want to keep calling him Animus Megazord for the whole review. So yeah, this is one of the things in that special package that I got on Monday, and this thing is just incredible. I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep gushing over this toy during this entire review. Now, this is my first foray into the Power Rangers Wild Zords ever since the Predazord, so a lot of the things I say might be new to me, but it might not be new for you. Just go with it, okay? So, first off, let's take a look at one of the remolds of the set, which is the Saw Shark Zord. Now, this is a remold of the Shark Zord from Power Rangers Wild Force. As you can see, it's the same basic mold as the Shark Zord. However, it's got a new head attachment to where it has a Saw Shark blade on it. Now, it's actually removable. I don't know why. But I guess this is one of the parts that always gets lost for people on eBay, because I've actually seen this guy on eBay just by himself and the nose is gone. That sucks. But yeah, it's casted in this nice dark maroonish color. I think it looks brownish, I guess. I don't know. Nice shining gold-ish paint on the gold bits, and one of the cool things about it is that this thing has real die-cast metal in it. All these guys have die-cast metal. These guys are mostly imports of the original Gao-God from Hyakuju Sentai Gao Ranger. And I love these Zords for the fact that they have actual die-cast metal in them. That means they can make this big clinking noise. Anywho. But yeah, not a whole lot of articulation to this figure. It actually has a few wheels on the bottom, so that way it can roll. And if you fold away the landing gear, you can actually open up its jaw, which is very nice. And because of the articulation of the arm for when it transforms into Megazord mode, it can actually listen to that cacophonous click. Yeah, and the fin in the back can also move up and down. Though, on some I've actually heard of it being tighter, but I don't know. But yeah, there is the Saw Shark Zord. Now let's take a look at the next remold, which is the Condor Zord. This one is actually really cool. It's basically a remold of the original Eagle Zord from Wild Force, as evidence being in the head, which this whole thing has really nice metallic blue paint to it. You can especially see it on the hind legs here. But yeah, the same wing. The wings are basically the same as the Eagle Zord, but the back bit right here is actually new. And overall, it's nice. The feet are also die-cast metal, and they also have a little bit of articulation to it. These claws can go up and down. And because of the way that the wings can go, the wings can actually do a full 360 here, do a full 360 at the actual wing, go in and out, so that way you can get a lot of really cool bird poses out of this guy. I just like it. And also the head is a little bit articulated. Oh, and I didn't even notice that. Nice. So, yeah, that is Condor Zord. I'm sorry if I mess up a lot of these names. It's been such a long time since I saw Wild Force. I may have to rewatch it thanks to Netflix. Thank you, Saban, for putting all those episodes on Netflix. And I'm also looking forward to the DVDs, too. So here we have the... I'm thinking it's a leopard, though. Because of the spots, I'm thinking it to be a cheetah. So I'm probably going to call it the Cheetah Zord. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. But yeah, this is basically the same base mold as the Tiger Zord from the Wild Force Megazord set. Even all the molding for it is still there, though the paint is absolutely gorgeous. It's a really nice gradient of the burnt gold, then it merges into the brown and on the top of the Zord, and it has really nice metallic pink eyes, and it just looks amazing. I did have a little bit of an issue with mine because for some odd reason when I first got it, this was really hard to move. But thankfully with the little bit of shock oil, I think, and shaving off a little bit of excess plastic in there, it now moves just as fine as the other side. So yeah, this thing also has a little bit of nice articulation to it as well, though like last time it's a little bit stiff, and all these paws are die-cast metal, which is again nice. The head's got nice articulation, and because of it being a hand, it can go a full 360. And if you want a little bit more articulation to it, you can pull this out, and you can have it nod up and down. And also because of the transformation, it's also got cacophonous click. Anywho, there is the Leopard Zord, also, or Cheetah Zord, and also the tail is a little bit of PVC. It moves up and down due to transformation. But yeah, and up next is the Buffalo Zord, I guess. I'm guessing it's a buffalo. Otherwise, it's basically the same exact mold as the Bison Zord. Though you could actually call this a different kind of Bison Zord, though I'm just going to keep calling it Buffalo because of the horns. But yeah, the horns on this thing are actually really cool. It reminds me of drills and such like that. The mouth can open up on the Zord very far, though it looks like he dislocated his jaw. But yeah, all in all, this thing is a brick. Much like the Mastodon, this thing is a brick. But it's a really nice, colorful brick. Nice gold paint, nice bronzes paint, nice dark brown paint, nice gold paint all over the place. It's just amazing. Now next up is the Black Lion Zord. I call it the Black Lion Zord because that's probably what it was called in promotional toy art. Anywho, yeah, this is basically the same exact mold as the Red Lion Zord from the Wild Force Megazord set. So there's not a whole lot of new here. But the coloring is just scrumptious. You got gold, you got black, gold, kind of a bronzish color, the metallic red making up his tongue, his eyes, and even the bronze stuff on his toes. It just looks amazing. His mouth can move up and down, and he has pretty nice articulation in all of his body parts. So yeah, and also his little PVC tail can move up and down. And yeah, not a whole lot to say about these Zords. And you basically you guys want to see how they would look in combined form. So let's do the ever awesome thing from Power Rangers Wild Force. Wild Zords, combine! I have no doubt that I'm going to break 15 minutes with this video, so without further ado, let's get into the main course, which is Animus, aka Gao-God. Now, this Megazord looks absolutely majestic. He pretty much carries the absolute meaning of the word majestic. All of his colors, everything, it just looks so regal, and this Megazord is just awesome. Then how come in both Wild Force and Gao Ranger, he was a massive Douche-Nozzle? Same thing that happened with Douche-Nozzle and Zoo Ranger. Why do most Megazords who turn out to be gods end up becoming Douche-Nozzles? I don't know. But yeah, he does actually bear a resemblance to the Wild Force Megazord because, well, all of his parts are pretty much remolds from the Wild Force Megazord. So there's not a whole lot of new stuff here that I covered from the Wild Zord portion of this review. But yeah, the main total visage, I guess if that's a word, pretty much goes into effect here, and this Zord is just awesome. I don't know how many times I'm going to keep saying that in this review. But yeah, the articulation for this guy is actually pretty good, though the wings from the Condor are actually going to get in the way. So when I got this guy, there was an alternate configuration I can do with the wings, which were pretty much making a carbon copy of the Wild Force Megazord. Which, if the lion would listen to me. There we go. Gotta move it up a bit. But there's that, so that way you can get at the articulation. The articulation for this guy is actually pretty okay. The arms can go a full 360, and thanks to the arms, you can actually bend the elbows. Not too much, but it gets the job done. The legs barely move. And thanks to the head, it actually has a good fair amount of articulation to it. It can look up. And though the face can't turn, you can actually turn his helmet all the way around. Due to the transformation, anyway. But yeah, this guy actually has a pretty cool effect part, I guess you could call it. You take his helmet, and this whole back part comes off. And you can actually twist the horns around so that way it can become a bow. And what you would do is that you would open up the Cheetah-Zord and place this into the cheetah head so that way it can hold it, and then you have the bow for the adamantium arrow. It looks okay, and you can kind of replicate the attack from the show with the added articulation that this guy offers. Though that's about as far as you can get to replicating that attack. But, oh well, it's not that bad. And because of the whole jiggling nature of the figure, the horns can actually pop out real easily. So yeah. Let's just put this back together. Come on, you. There you go. And just like the Wild Force Megazord and, quite coincidentally, Gao King, he can actually wield a fish blade. But Animus or Gao-God for that matter never used it. And yeah, not too bad, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure why he would need this, since he has a saw blade on his right arm. Oh well. The option is there, just in case. And in case you were wondering, yes, this guy is compatible with all the other Wild Zords. So if you have the elephant, the giraffe, the bear Zords, or any of the Zords from the Predazord, you can actually get them to work here as well. So you got a lot of really nice combination ideas that were never able to come out in Gal Ranger, but you can replicate them with the toy. So would I recommend tracking this guy down? Yes. If you're a massive Power Rangers fan, and if you're a fan of Power Rangers Wild Force, which was the last best Saban show before it went over to Disney. I hate some of the Disney era Power Ranger shows. It's not even funny. But Gal Ranger, aka Power Rangers Wild Force, was actually a pretty good show, and I would like for you to all check it out. You can watch all the episodes on Netflix, or you could potentially wait for the DVDs to come out thanks to Shout Factory, though I don't think you will wait for that long, so just go to Netflix and watch all the episodes. So yeah, this has been Ziltrax Millennium saying goodnight and good luck. Later!